All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class, I've been doing a series of video presentations based on the textbook we're going to use for the AWD 1111 class for the fall 2019 semester. That book being Pro ASP.NET MVC 5, an 8-press text by Adam Freeman. We're coming toward the end of Chapter 11 of 27, and we're up to creating new products. Next, I will implement the create action method, which is the one specified by the add a new product link on the product list page. This will allow the administrator to add new items to the product catalog, and it will require one small addition and one small change to the application. This is a great example of the power and flexibility of a well-structured MVC app. First, add the create method to the admin controller. Much to do right there. Okay, there that is. The create method does not render its default view. Rather, it specifies that the edit view should be used. It is perfectly acceptable for one action method to use a view that is manually associated with another view. In this case, we are putting a new product object as the view model so that the edit view is populated with empty fields. All right. This leads to the modification as mentioned down on the bottom of page 298. So the author says this leads to the modification. I would usually expect the form to post back to the action that rendered it, and this is what begin form assumes. However, this does not work for the create method because we want the form to be posted back on the edit action so that we can see the newly created product data. To address this, we can use the overloaded version of the HTML.beginForm helper method. So we want to go into our edit.cs HTML file for the admin controller. And we've got what? Div class equal panel right here. We've got this div with a panel heading, that div. So right before or right at the using statement, rather than using this as we've got right here, okay, we're going to put in here edit admin. Now the form will always be posted to the edit action regardless of which action rendered it. So now we can create a new product. So let's give it a try. File, save all. Let's bring this up in edit. And again, now rather than clicking one of the links that comes up here, which is not what we want to do anymore, we're going to go down to the bottom where the button says to create or add a new. Oh, not good. I had this error before. Not a great sign. Well, let's go back one more time. This is, to me, the worst kind of error because it's not even showing exactly where it was, where it was thrown. So this is a stack trace, which I'm trying to read through to see if we can figure out what that is. Let's real quickly look at our code again. The other stuff was all copied onto here, so I can't imagine that I made any mistakes. Admin controller down at the bottom. Okay, we added public view result create, return view edit, new product. That all looks good. And again, in here, we came in to our edit.cs HTML and we attempted to make a change in the using. That looks totally correct from what is shown in the text. Now, I hate doing this, but what I can do is I can get this back to the way it looked, which was like this. Okay, which was like that. And I can grab, literally I can go from the top here, grab everything that's in here, everything, and go down to the bottom, comment the whole shebang out. Doesn't look very good, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do because I tried it twice. Okay, well, is the whole thing green? No, no. So in here, I have to do this. Try to comment this out as well. Okay, it looks like it's all green now as far as I can tell. Now I'm going to take everything that's in here and I'm going to replace it with what's on 298 and 299, thinking that possibly something I keyed in earlier was in error. So all right, so that's now all been replaced with exactly what's in the textbook. If it comes up with that same error, I think it has to do with that line right there, but we'll see. These are the kind of things that try you, and at least with me, just really get you going. Well, there we go. Contains a null entry for the product ID of a non-nullable yum. Something that's calling this, as you can see, it is the way it is because there is a new record, so it wouldn't be possible to put in a product ID. So what I need to do is I need to go in and find where that is being called. a controller? See, that's the only thing that's there. This has nothing to do, I don't think, with what I'm looking for. I can come in here and I can try to go into the domain and look for products in here. I don't know if I can give this a default value. I wouldn't think so because it's a product ID. Well, I'm going to have to stop right here because I've got to figure this out so I can lumber on and do the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, finish the delete part, which will get me done with Chapter 11, and I'd like to jump into Chapter 12 then, which is on security and adding some finishing touches. So I'm going to try to come back with that very shortly.